vaping with the Ohmies. 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 Welcome everybody, welcome to the show. Let me introduce you to some dudes in case you don't know. First we got Aziz all the way from Kuwait. Always got a point when it's time for debate. Oh my Lanta, some call him Dan. Got the dad jokes in the palm of his hand. Boom Sauce McNasty got his eyes on the news. Got his ear to the streets and he's down for the crew. Next up is Clown, the DIY king. Got a juice line and some coils that sing. Then there's a bear who's smarter than average. Quick with a wit, his name Vapor Swaggins. Then there's the homie, we know him as Frames. And too many guests to remember the names. Together they make up this killer vape panel. So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Vaping with the Ohmies. 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 Vaping with the Ohmies.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vaping with the Ohmies. What's in the news, Poon Sauce? Alright, guys. It's that time for Dan's Dad Joke of the Week.
What is going on, Ohmies? Welcome back for a brand new episode of Vaping with the Ohmies. I think we're on episode 21 today. Actually, I was supposed to put a title in, but I guess I forgot. So I'll go back and I'll fix that later. But anyways, today, of course, we don't have Clown this week. Actually, he's going to be taking a break for a couple weeks. He's got some personal things to take care of. So don't worry, guys. He will be back with us shortly. So if you miss him in the next week or two, don't worry, guys. He's coming back. Just got to do some things. So by all means, man, we're gonna hold down the fort. And we brought this week. Not only is he, our he's an Ohmie, man. Like, you guys see him on the show all the time, dude. He's the guy that we come to like whenever we need somebody to come hang out with us and all that good stuff. And whenever we just want to have Sean on the show, we're just like, hey, bro, you want to come hang? And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm there. And that's what we did today. And boom, he's here. So, dude, Sean, thanks for joining us today, bro. Appreciate it.
Hey, man. I would have been here anyway.
I was gonna say, you'd either be in the chat or so hey, man.
Right, I'm either mobbing it up in the chat, holding it down, or I'm on the show holding it down. No matter what, it's what we do.
Either way, it's appreciated, man. So with that, why don't we start off with some buffets, and why don't you start off with yours, bro? What are you vaping on today, Sean?
Well, as the not so special guest, shout out to Anthony Romella, love you, big guy. The banter that me and that guy get into,
dude. I was going back and forth on those comments today.
Watch any of the comment threads where me and Anthony Romella get going. Our banter will make you laugh. And right up here first, Clutch Gang. That's right, got that clutch because the clutch holds it down for me, and I'm really enjoying this whole small form factor thing right now.
Yeah, dude.
And small form factor in mind, that's the RDA for vaping. And took Frames Jenkins' advice. Pulled up my coils a little bit, gave it another opportunity to shine, and it's something I'm enjoying a lot more. DHD Moss Chop Top because that green matches so good.
Yes.
And then, of course, when you got turds, Addy, you got to put something that, he knows and loves. So strawberry something's on the inside. It's Breeze Tones Triple 26 aliens inside that bad boy, making it rock so nice. Up next, it's that one Jin M from Mad Beard Mods. And we got that DNV Venom courtesy of my good friend, Mr. Vapor Swaggins. Love the look of this setup. Look at that. I mean, that bar is just gorgeous. It's straight Van Gogh, and I love it. And pardon the smudges, but it's that seafood stash or used stash at this point, because that's how much I'm vaping on it. I'm smashing this bottle up. And this is the Sir Newton's Headache. This is the apple bourbon and butterscotch. And let me tell you, I bounce back and forth between this and Turk's Turkish Harvest because I get that nice strong bourbon from this, and they're two different kind of apples, and I'm enjoying the hell out of that. And literally, that's all I'm vaping on. I've been enjoying this, just two setups.
Hey,
one single, one dual coil.
Sometimes it's as easy as that, man, you know?
That's it. A flavor banger and a cloud chucker, and I'm happy right now, man. So I guess that's your turn, Poon Sauce.
Yeah, I got a few things. First off, I decided to give the blotto a break for a little bit, but I replaced it with something a little bit more heftier and girthier, I guess you could say. I got my Captain with the fucking Sherman RTA on top of there. And rocking some of that deliciousness, aka that Bottle Violence caramel custard. It's perfect for this time of season. And next I got my bar V3.5 with the GT4S. You know this mod, you've seen me use it plenty of times.
Very nice.
And inside of there, I got, just because Clown's not here, I had to have him with me a little bit during the show, so I'm vaping on some of that frosted nuts.
Ooh.
In there. And then let's see, I got he's got the 1 Gen M, and I've got the 1 Gen R.
Ooh.
With the less tank on there, always being so fantastic like usual. And inside of there, I got some of that mango lemonade from Mr. Mitch Hoggett. I know he's working on the revised recipe of this, so apparently
Yeah,
he's
I'm
changed it
excited.
up a little bit. So I'm super excited because I'm loving it inside of
Yeah,
this
he said there's more mango in the new one. He added another mango to round it out more. Oh boy.
because with this little restricted kind of chamber, I'm getting more of the mango with it. So
Ew.
if it's even more mango, I'm even super excited. And then let's see what else. Finally, I'm saving the best for last right now because this just came in the mail a few days ago, and I've barely been able to take it on my damn hand. But I got my brand new little Defiant Designs DS custom coated with a little rye on top. Mr. Ashton Palma just destroyed this fucking thing.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely killer job. Like, look at the detail right there. Look at the airflow.
Yo, it's criminal how gorgeous that thing really is.
Like, this thing is insane.
Somebody
why it
call the
took-
police. Ashton needs to be stopped.
I don't know why it took me so long to get one of these mods in the first place, because this thing fucking rips.
How long have I been telling you guys about that?
I know,
man?
but
Ain't nobody want to listen.
it's insane how good that thing vapes. And inside of there, vaping on some of that Homeboy Mango deliciousness. And I'm adding something a little different to the buffet today. Since you all know what I'm vaping on, I decided to add what I'm drinking on as well.
Oh, would
So
you look at
I
that?
got a little brewski from Urban South Brewing Company. Mr. Lee might know about this one. I thought I saw him in chat. Yep.
Oh, he's definitely here.
He's there.
These guys are from New
He's still
Orleans.
singing the theme song.
This one
a good
is
song.
Mr.
I know the guy that
Veracruz,
wrote it.
Westish, Coastish IPA.
Oh,
And it's
West dish,
delicious.
Coast dish. That's a
I
lot of
gave it a
issues.
nice little 4.25 out of 5 on Untapped, and it's stellar.
So I'm guessing it's a West Coast style with some New Orleans
Yeah,
slang.
I feel like there's a little bit of twang to it that I like. But
Nice.
that's all I got in my buffet tonight. Why don't we
That's
pass it off to the last one, Mr. James? What do you got?
All right, well, I'll start off with this guy. You guys seen it this morning in the cloud check. Trusty old Jackaroo. This is like my work beater, man. You can't go wrong with it. This thing is dust proof, shock proof. I literally torture tested the shit out of this. If you guys go watch my review, and it's still working, just as banging as the day I got it. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Don't worry, guys. It's not the Rona. Just allergies.
That's
all
why
that
the
is.
Jackaroo is dust proof. It holds on to it and then throws it back at you later when you're showing it in a hand check.
That's
or
pretty
something.
much what that was. But of course, on top, I do got the Balato from Dapo and the Vape and Bogan on top of there with some Blotto specific breeze tone coils. If you guys didn't know, he has a special build that he has for the Blotto, and that's what I got rocking inside of there. So shout outs to Steez Browns. And of course, on top, hey, get off my lawn! Because you got to yell it when you say it. get off my lawn chop top from DHD, pulling it all together, loving this setup. And inside I've got some heads from Homeboy, because I finished the last bit of my mango, and I was like, you know what, I'll just rock in with some heads after that, and it's gotta say, pretty damn good. And then this guy dusted this bad boy off. Got the El Thunder stack 2700 with the Axial Pro and the Series deck on there. And I actually have some for British Eyes only quad core aliens in here. So quad core aliens in a stack. It's a little dry, but it's still ripping.
Is it bad that I think stacks kind of look ridiculous now?
You're the one to talk, man.
I know, that's the crazy thing. I'm the one to talk to say stacks look fucking ridiculous.
But anyways, on top of that, got a Blizzard chop top to pull that white back in there with the white and black action. And inside, I have some Oliver. I don't have a label because this is the one that I actually got from Rescued themselves right before they got their labels. But this is that blueberry custard from the pack leader line. And oh my god, in a series, dude, it is so good. That custard just comes out that little bit more. You get a nice, super creamy but nice blueberry, just like all up. Oh, it's good, guys. It's so good. I'm gonna have to vapor right now before I get to my next setup here, just because talking about it, it's making my mouth water right now, dude.
It's interesting too that you got
I'm not even a huge blueberry guy, dude.
We have a friend of ours, the Russian. Remember he mentioned that he had something new on the way.
Shout out to the Russian. That was for him.
I'm just gonna say, I've seen it.
God damn it.
Yeah. Stay tuned, everybody.
God
I'm gonna
damn it.
have a very cool mod to show you. I'm making sure that the world knows about this mod from him. The Strakoza may have flew under people's radar. This one won't.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that, guys. So got that rocking. Oliver on the inside, extra tasty. And I actually just got this in right before the show from Vapresso. Shout outs to Vapresso. This is their new, hold on, I don't even know the name of it because it's literally that new, guys. It's the X Iron is what I'm gonna guess that is. X Iron.
Yep.
Little 50 watt all-in-one pod guy, USB Type C, 1500 mAh battery. It's got like all the same sort of features that you get with like the Axon chip. So it's got your variable voltage, your smart wattage and stuff. You just hold down your adjustment buttons there, and it takes you to your little menu screen. Right there, I'm rocking in variable voltage, but it also offers your default. So it's got 3 options on here, but still, you get your smart wattage, which is whatever like GTX coil you'll pretty much put in here. It'll automatically read your resistance and put it to the best wattage that they think is for that coil. Pretty damn cool. So you don't have to worry about changing your coil out, putting a different resistance in, and having the wattage set too high and it just burning the crap out of your coil head.
Vaporesso's
cool.
Killing the game,
dude.
huh?
They are, man. I like that about it, and I love the fact that they give you the option for variable voltage, and they also hooked me up with this little jobby here. I don't know if this is available on their site, but if it's not, they should have it available, because it's like this little GTX coil pack, right? And it's got all the different kinds of GTX coils that they take that are accepted in this, as well as 2 RBA sections, so that you can actually rebuild your own coil head for this little jobby, which I did before this show. I don't even have one of the GTX coils in here. I actually have a shout out to for British Eyes only. I have a mouth to lung, even though I'm not vaping at mouth to lung, but his MTL frame staple in here. Yeah, that's right. I got something fancy in here, not just round wire. It's got a frame staple in there, and inside of it is got some Hogut's Yogurt's mixed berry lemonade. And I gotta say, I'm honestly pretty impressed so far. You got your adjustable airflow over here on this side there. Yeah, it's I see what you're saying there, Anthony. It's definitely like their answer to like Geek Vape, to like the Aegis Boost pod thingy here. But I gotta say, man, I actually really enjoy the form factor. Very, very comfy in the hand. Super small, and it's green. I think they knew who they were sending this to.
Wow, they figured
honestly,
out.
Right now I got it at 3.3 volts. Let's bump that up to about 3.7 here. 3.7 volts on a 0.5. That's not too shabby, man. Not too shabby for a
Damn.
little like RBA coil head section, you know what I mean? You usually don't get the best, you know, flavor, or like you get decent, you know what I mean? And it's definitely a little bit more cost effective because you can rewick it and rebuild it. But I gotta say the flavor's actually not too shabby on this, and Mitch's mixed berry lemonade's not a bad liquid at all to try it out with. So
I'm liking the look of it. It looks like it's convenient as hell for work.
that's dude. Not only this thing right here, right? This is a nice little mod, but I also got this in today from Big Presso. The Fours TX80, which is like their answer to Geek Vape, like the Aegis series. Of course, this one's a
Interesting.
single 18650 jabby here. Let me go ahead and pop this open here. Might as well just take a look at it. We got a little vape mail segment for you guys today on the Ohmies. You never know what you're gonna get when you show up to the show. Never know what you're gonna get. But honestly, from the front, really dig the look of it until I kind of turn it, and it's got like this weird bluish, like leather thing there. Like I wish it was all like one color. They may have. I'm sure there's different color variants out there. This is just happened to be the one that I got. A little single 18650 jobby. It's supposed to be shock proof, water resistant, dust resistant, all that good stuff. And it comes with this guy. For anybody out there who's prone to breaking tanks.
Oh.
Look at that. For anybody
Last
out
time I
there
saw a
that's like
tank
into
like that.
construction or, you know, anything like that that's prone to drop their mod, this thing's literally got a cage built around it. Still has glass there that you can change if it ever does crack. They do have an extra glass in there that you can change. But it's got like the, like, shout out to Danny Castle. Bro, I know you're not like a sub-ohm tank guy, but to not have to worry about your glass breaking or anything like that, it's pretty cool. And it comes with a little dust cover for your drip tip.
Dude,
Little
that sells it right
A
there.
little silicone, you know, a little cover for the drip tip. So
There
you
you
don't
go.
get any pocket lint or any dust or anything in there.
Yeah, dude. How many people are working construction jobs? There's sawdust or whatever flying through the air to not get it in your drip tip.
Of course, I haven't used it yet. I haven't put a battery. You know, let's put a battery in it real quick. Let's see what the screen looks like. Let's see what it looks like. Because honestly, I've been very, very impressed with Vapresso's like.
Real quick.
screens
Does
and
it
stuff.
say on the box? Is it the Axiom chip again?
This is, let's see. Yes, Axiom chip, but this says FT mode. What is FT mode? Let's find out what this is all about.
Interesting.
First things first, check your battery wraps, ladies and gentlemen, before putting them in any mods. Just because you want to be safe, people. You want to be safe. We're not trying to blow up or anything like that.
10-pack of battery wraps
No.
will cost you $1. It
Wow.
costs next to
Okay,
nothing.
so very
to rewrap.
simple display. It's not like the crazy color one that you're getting on like some of the other stuff here. But let's see here. 1, 2, 3. FT mode. I'm not even sure what this FT mode is. I'm probably gonna have to read up on it, to be honest with you. Figure out what that's all about. But it's got that on here. What else we got? You got your pulse mode that you get with the gen. You've got your power eco that you also get with the gen. Your smart TC, your DIY modes. So it just seems like this FT mode is different, and I'm very curious to see what this is. Let's check out the literature and see if it says what this entails here.
I like Anthony Romello's answer. He says FT is funky time. Well, James is figuring
I
that
guess
out.
it's like a flavor mode of some sort that by adjusting temperature, heating, speed, and time, T mode releases the flavor of e-liquid adequately delivering perfect balanced tasting experience consistently from first puff throughout.
Wow.
Interesting.
That reminds me of the what is it, the DNA chip there.
Yeah,
in
with like the
Lost
replay.
Vape. The replay mode. Yeah, that almost reminds me of what
oh.
replay mode was supposed to do.
You know what? We're gonna have to test it out here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
We're gonna
I'm
have
looking
test
forward
it
to your
out.
review on this.
Dude, they'll be coming out very soon. I'm going to try to get these out pretty quick. I have a couple things ahead of them, but those are definitely going to be coming out within the next couple weeks. So keep an eye out for that. But anyways, we got to get to that beginning segment here, guys. We're only 20 minutes into the show, man. it's going by quick this week. But we're gonna go ahead, throw it over to my man Poon Sauce. You guys can catch him on Wednesdays on his YouTube channel with Logan Exhales for what's in the news with Poon Sauce, McNasty, and Logan Exhales. But tonight you can just get Poon Sauce, and it's time for what's in the news. Poon Sauce.
Okay, so something interesting happened recently that I want to talk about. So there's been a recent rulemaking policy change within the Trump administration that may have been prompted by the concern over the vaping industry lawsuit challenges, the FDA involving the deeming rule, which we all, if you don't know what the deeming rule is by now, you need to figure out what the hell it is because it's pretty detrimental on every vapor out there. So the lawsuit is currently being appealed on the grounds that the old rulemaking procedure was unconstitutional. So now the federal appeals court are hearing more stuff about the deeming rule, where this is going back into court now, which we would have thought ever since Judge Grimm pretty much said, no, this is the way it stands, that it's now going back into little federal appeals courts, which is nice. So let's see, a quote right here from the judge said to two FDA commissioners ratified the deeming rule after it was issued, and the DC Circuit Court of Appeals has repeatedly confirmed that an agency ratification of a prior decision or action curing any potential appointments clause violation. So the quote says, an FDA loss could also invalidate the deeming rule and force the agency to start the process regulating vaping products from the beginning. So with a lot of these, there's a it's a decent sized article from Mr. Jim McDonald on Vaping 360. Highly recommend you checking that website at least every other day because he's posting stuff all the time. So I'm going to post this link. Oh, Liv already got it. Cool. Never mind.
That's why she's the moderator.
Yeah, and I'll post it again. Just
always up on it. Always up on it.
But this is a very interesting read. And like, if this could actually to where this could get changed and where it's like, think of how we would kind of be if vaping, the deeming rules and stuff involving the FDA had to start fresh from the beginning again because all the different things changing right now.
Oh, man.
That could be pretty interesting to see how that turns out, I think.
It's scary. It's scary because then it just opens up a whole new door of uncertainty of what
makes you think, man, of a whole new fucking.
I mean, the potential lawsuits. Think about every small vape shop owner who has unfairly lost their livelihood to unfair regulations by a government that had no friggin' clue what the hell they were doing, and the whole impact that can have if, in fact, the government is found at fault in a court of law to have damaged these people's lives. We're already running in $1 trillion deficit in this country. How, like, that could be a huge impact. That could change the course of a lot in government.
There's another quote I want to read really quick where it's like, should the circuit court panel overturn the original decision based on the appointments clause, it could open the federal government to an avalanche of lawsuits challenging other improperly issued rules.
Shout outs to your other half here, Poon Sauce. Logan and Chai said, what? Uncertainty in the vape industry?
Right?
Say it ain't so.
No way.
This could, who knows with how this is going to turn out, but with the conversation being opened back up again and kind of vaping going, small businesses involved with vaping going into the appeals court,
I'm definitely interested to see.
I'm trying to keep an open mind on this. I'm trying to think to where it's not going to backfire on us like a lot of the times that it has. So I'm going to be paying close attention to this, and who knows? That's really it's.
Keep banging the drum.
Yep. I'm sure if
keep staying active on Twitter, keep getting a hold of your legislators, and this could open a whole new door, I think.
Yep. And if anything new unravels, I'm sure that you guys can keep updated with Mr. Poon Sauce and Logan Exhales. I'm sure if you just follow even Logan Exhales on Twitter, you can find out a lot about stuff that's going on, as well as follow Kasa if you guys aren't already. Go over there. It's free to be a member, guys. It is free to be a member, but of course, if you if you can donate and you feel the need to, they are always welcome for donations. You could do it on a monthly basis. It could be a one-time thing. Go over there, show them some support for all the hard work that they continue to do to keep us all updated.
They have a
on
merch
things
store
going
as
on.
well.
They have merch that you guys can go buy.
Yeah,
like
I have
Corey's
3
got his
shirts from
shirt
them.
right
This is one of
there.
them. It's awesome.
Go
It's
check
comfy
them out,
pizza.
guys. Go show them some love.
Sending a message. Come on. What else
Well,
what else
since
do you need?
we were talking about, some new and different things here with like this vape stuff. Sean, dude, I've noticed that you've been doing some pretty cool things with some photography lately, man. And we haven't had a chance to really talk about it yet. And since you're here, man, why not?
Yeah.
Dude, I've noticed that kind of dusted off the old photographer hat and put it back on and has gotten out there, and you've been knocking out some crazy shit lately, dude.
He undusted the camera.
Well, so here's the thing, all right? All right, how do I start this? When I started shooting with a camera, and it's funny that this ends up being a topic for tonight because like I'm literally staring at one of my cameras sitting here on the table right now. Because I have to dump some files out of it. But when I started doing this, it was never meant to be what I'm doing now. I never thought of product photography, still life, that kind of thing as even being a direction I would be in. I started this because as a musician, I really wanted to be able to film myself and my peers and my friends when we did live shows, shoot music videos, help with my manager as he was pursuing different film projects. And, there's so much more to these cameras than just that.
Yeah.
So it just made sense. Like I really needed to understand the world of photography. And the more I started playing with it, I tried all the different mediums and, people who are familiar with cameras know, there's so many styles of photography out there. I tried landscapes and I enjoy them, but it's definitely not my strong suit. I can do portrait work. I'm not bad at that, but it's pretty rudimentary. I love doing live photo work, but of course, shooting bands. How are we going to do that right now?
Right.
Good luck with that.
Not to mention that, like, the access factor, and when you get to a certain level in that world, you have to understand, like, okay, you go see one of your favorite bands at, Warped Tour or one of these big festivals. And as photographers, they get about the first 3 songs of the set to shoot. So you have to bust your ass and run around for about 10 to 15 minutes of that set. And that's the only chance you get to shoot inside the gate right there in front of the stage. So that becomes its own problem, right? Because now you can't always get the shot. And then I started doing studio work. And when I started doing studio work, I really started to enjoy product photography. There's a control factor, right?
Yeah.
Like there's
elements that you physically have every bit of control over how it's going to come out.
I get complete control over light, over movement, over my time. If I want to take an hour just to set up a shot, I have that freedom. But if I want to throw something together and just take a quick shot, I have ways to do that too. And when I started doing that, people started to notice. And, a lot of people who have followed me for the last couple of years, they may have seen that, I would throw some of my actual, real photography out, and then there'd be a lot of just, nonsense shot with my cell phone. And I don't remember exactly when it was, but a friend of ours out here in the vape community, a fellow photographer, Mr. Vandal, he made a comment, and it stuck with me. And he said that, Sean Typhon is one of the most slept on photographers in the scene. And when he said that, it kind of stuck in my head that if some of my peers feel that way, then in part, the reason I'm slept on is because I'm fucking up and I'm not putting my work out enough. So I started putting my work out, and I kind of just made a commitment that I was no longer going to just put out selfies or cell phone shots. Like if I was going to do that, it had to be meaningful. And instead, I was going to really let my Instagram be a photography portfolio. And that's really what I've done. You know, as we,
Dude, you could put your own 510s on it, dude.
Ooh.
That just made this even more cool. Anyways, continue.
But you know, as a vapor, it's something I have lots of, and I'm always getting new stuff because you know I like things. I like cool
Stuff
looking
and things. Yeah.
and
The shinies.
it just made sense. I'm in this vape sphere. I'm gonna take pictures of vape stuff. But again, that becomes one dimensional, and you really can't sell your skills just doing vape stuff. And so I've started even expanding beyond that, trying to find other things to photograph. A lot of
saw it
people
firsthand a few weeks ago.
Right. I mean, a lot of people didn't fully know, but you know, behind the scenes during a lot of this, I was doing work for some friends of mine who had a shop in my local area, and I was doing their product photography for their website and their social media. And so I started integrating some of those things as well. And so that's where people started seeing things like glassware and incense burners and you know all this other stuff that you would find in like you know a smoke shop or a head shop or a hippie kind of you know that sort of stuff, crystals, metaphysical things. And so it just made sense. All right, let me run wild, and anything I want to shoot that's a product, let me shoot it. You know, great example, one of my favorites was the Stellwagen beer shot. If people look back on my Instagram, Corey sent 2 beers for us to do a beer tasting on the Shed Time podcast. And it just made sense that I needed to use these as product shots. And, you know, that Stellwagen can is really cool. They're a local company to me. So it also, you know, means that I really do feel, for lack of a better term, I feel obligated. Like it's a local company. I need to show love and support. And so
business in your state.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I really tried to go above and beyond on that one. And to be fair, I'm very proud of that shot.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
And
Dude, it came out awesome, man.
you know, even Stellwagen liked it. The owner of the company and I talk now because of that shot.
That's awesome.
And honestly, I just want to say this because I hate to feel like I'm bragging when I say these things. I want people to hear this and understand that this is an example of what your hard work can do, and that you just got to keep shooting your shots, whatever they are. You know, when those opportunities come, you got to jump on them, and you got to, you know, if there's a chance to talk to somebody and you can see that, you need to just do it, you know, no fear. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say no and stop talking to you. I mean, you know, it was worth the shot. I shot the shot. Now I'm talking with the owner of a craft beer company routinely on Instagram. And who knows, maybe that turns into me being able to do more product shots for him. I don't know, but that'd be really cool, you know? And even that has started to get more things to come my way. It's kind of cool. I've been waiting on it to show up so I can shoot the products before I talk about it too in depth. But I did just pick up a deal with a clothing company. So pretty soon I'm going to be doing some photos and stuff of their products. And the thing that anybody who follows me, follows the Green Room, follows the podcast, we've never stepped into a sponsorship deal or any kind of endorsement of anybody's product
Just a partnership in general,
without genuinely truly believing in the company. You know what I mean? It's really important to me, and has always been important to me, that I don't work with companies that don't stand for the values I stand for. And when this company came along, they blew me away. They're a clothing company who donates a portion of their profits to ecological causes. So reforestation, you know, planting trees, that sort of thing. And that's the kind of thing that I need to be behind. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of people that I genuinely can support, because I can go. I have my own clothing line. You guys can go to shedtimepodcast.com. You can go buy it. It's there in the merch section. You know what I mean? You can go buy my clothing line. I don't need just a nonsensical clothing line to work with, but one that has a value behind them. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So the company, you guys can go look them up. They're called Backed by Nature. Their website is backedbynature.org. Like I said, they're very outdoor oriented. You know what I mean? They're driven towards that kind of people, that
Dude,
lifestyle.
They have flannels, bro.
Yeah, dude, like camping gear,
Bro,
cool.
they
Like,
got flannels, dude. I'm in.
you know, friggin' bracelets with the paracord and stuff. And if you use the Instagram name Sean_SCFC, you can get 40% off your purchase.
Wow.
Oh,
Boom.
Now that there is a discount,
Boom.
ladies and gentlemen.
That is a huge discount. And like I said, I will definitely be talking and showing people more of their products when the time comes. Wait till you see the shirt I have coming.
Hell yeah.
It's
dude.
angry hippie all day. You'll wonder how I didn't design the shirt for my own line, for Christ's sakes. But that being said, you know, that's the beauty of it, is that I've been really open-minded about it and tried to take opportunities that maybe I may not have taken if I had felt that I just wanted to be a vape photographer. And it's really cool because, I mean, I never thought that I would get a deal with a clothing company and be able to, you know, put that out there for people and, you know, make an impact like this. And yet this kind of just fell into my lap one day because of the photos I'm taking on Instagram.
Yeah.
I like that. It's pretty damn cool. And link is in the chat for everybody if you guys want to go check them out. You know, again, like I said, when I talk about this, I don't want to feel like I'm bragging about these accomplishments or anything. I want people to understand that this is an example that you can go shoot your shot. You know, take that chance. And as our brother Swaggins would say, don't let your dreams be dreams. You know?
Damn right.
I dreamed about taking photos and shooting film and doing stuff since I was a kid. You know, like so many people shooting their buddies, you know, skateboarding and stuff and goofing off and then kind of cutting it all together. And, you know, then music happened. That led me back to a camera. And
Good.
then, you know, like, then
I think
I
know
step
what shirt
away.
you got. Sorry.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I got sidetracked. I had to go check him out, dude. I had to go check him out, and I think I know what shirt you got, bro.
Yeah,
I think I know.
I bet you do. As soon as you see it, you're like, yeah, that's
I was
him.
like, yeah, that's Sean. Yep. Dude,
Yep.
that's awesome, man. That's awesome, dude. It's just like it kind of just goes back to like the conversation we had back on the podcast, and it just right here is proof in the pudding. You know what I mean? It's just like you've been putting that thought forward, and like, man, I'm gonna start making things happen, and shit, fucking stuff's happening, bro.
And that's the thing, you know, when we did that show, for those who don't know what we're talking about, there's an episode of the podcast. For some of you who may not have gotten to it yet or haven't listened to the show, please go check it out. It's called Can You Really Think and Grow Rich? And basically the premise is that, you know, there's a book. Here it is. This is the book, Think and Grow Rich. This book was written back in the 30s. And the author interviewed some of the most powerful people in his time and realized that there was a very recurring story going on with all of these people. And it all started with the mentality. And so what this man did, Napoleon Hill broke down everything he learned from these people into some very basic and essential steps. And we walk through them in that episode, discuss them, you know, really engage in the construct of its plausibility, how that can work. And at the end of the day, when it's really a matter of being focused on your dreams and your goals, being driven by them, envisioning them to the point that you start to recognize and work your way backwards and see the steps that you need to take to get there. And then you start executing those steps. And as you're constantly in this drive and this mindset, because you're changing the way you look at things, your whole world starts to change. The things you look at change. You've heard us, you've heard us all say it.
I think I've said it about like 6 times this week alone, bro.
Right. You know what I mean? But it's true. The more that we start to shift that mindset, the more that we bring these things to us. And it's funny because there's an example, you ever notice that there are people, you just got that friend that always hits on scratch tickets, and it's like, you don't understand what it is. It's just this dumb luck. They always hit on scratch tickets.
Because he plays.
But you notice that he also doesn't have an attitude of I always lose. He has an attitude of I always win.
Yeah.
And so he always wins. It's weird, but it does happen. And when you have this like, yeah, I can, it's crazy what you actually find out you can do. Athletes do it every day. Fortune 500 executives do it every day. It's all about mind over matter. And we're learning that, putting it into practice. And I'm sharing it with the world. You know what I mean? That's kind of where it's at. If you guys listen to the show, the newest episode of the podcast, I talk about, this concept of give and take and wanting to give something of great value and ask for something of small value back. I genuinely believe in the good in the principles of what we're doing. And I genuinely think that all of this moving forward can be that we can put something that is, $100 of value in your hands and only ask for $20 back. If I can give you $100 worth of value for $20, why wouldn't you take it? Right.
Right.
And that's just how I'm living my life now, is like, let me try to put $100 worth of value into this world and only ask for 20 of it back. If I get that 80-20 popping from everybody, we all win. We're all rich. Because it's not about money. You know what I mean? It's about that mentality. As we put that out and we get that back, we all grow together. And that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grow the world with me.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, dude, it's just been awesome watching you the past like month or so, man. Like, I've really seen the drive in you. I've seen, like, you just fucking seeing something, knowing what you want, and just going for it, dude. And it's inspiring me to do the same in, different aspects of my life and stuff like that, dude. And it's just been a cool ride to, like, not only see you start implementing these things and how it's, things have kind of changed for you over the past like month or so, but also starting to implement some of these things and seeing the change in my own life and some of the things that, even waking up in the morning and not being so like, ugh, you know what I mean? It's just like waking up and be like, all right, today's a new challenge. What ass am I going to kick today? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like waking up in that sort of mentality instead of like, oh shit, today's going to kick my ass. No, I'm going to kick today's ass. You know what I mean? Like, just waking up with that mentality first thing in the morning, just like, it just propels me throughout the day. You know what I mean? Compared to, oh man, I got to do that. And you're dragging ass all day. You know what I mean? It's just like, get up, get in there, get shit done. And then once you knock everything out, that's when you can kick back. And then that's when I come home after, a day's work. I got up, I knocked my shit out, I attacked the day, I felt like I succeeded, I put my best foot forward, I attacked my goal for that day, and now I feel like that's the time I can come home, chill, take that load off, and then if I want to, I can go back out there and I can hit it again. Or, it's just like, I have that energy and that like drive to like do that more so than before. Not saying I didn't, because I definitely did, because there's times where I was doing recordings and editings and stuff when I wasn't necessarily feeling it, but I knew it was something that I had to do. Not that I had to do it, no one's forcing me to do it, but for myself, I know it was something I had to do. So it's like, now it's a little different. It's like, okay, I got
It's
this.
it's
I
a
need to
how
do.
it's a how bad do you want
It's
it?
that
thing,
mental
right?
thing that we were talking about, Sean. It's the language that we use.
It is. It's
It's
like
how we
people-
talk to ourselves. That's the
How-
thing that I've been like really focusing on lately is the language I use with myself.
Yeah, dude. Like Tim's in the chat, and when Tim had me on the show, one of the things that he loved and he really wanted me to break down for people was my whole concept of stop being a little bitch. And you have to understand that that's a life lesson for yourself. Like, you have to be honest with yourself, and sometimes you got to look yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, you got to stop being a little bitch.
Yeah.
You got to stop believing all the fucking lies you've told yourself since you were a little kid. And you got to get up there and you got to just get the damn thing done. And as soon as you do, you're going to feel better for it. And it's crazy, right? Because when you get honest with yourself like that for a minute, you go like, oh yeah, dude, you're right. All right. Like, I'm just lying to myself. It's really not that difficult to go vacuum my floor real quick. It's really not
Right.
that difficult to put my clothes away that have been sitting in the laundry basket, like, you stop
That was a
believing.
dig a little bit.
It
not gonna
was.
lie.
It was directed directly at you. That was a cluster bomb in your general
See, Corey,
direction,
this is
so-
how you know that you knew that you have to do this, because as soon as you said it without even saying your name, bro, you automatically looked up.
Yep.
You know what? Instead of the laundry basket being on my bed, I just moved it out of the fucking camera.
But I know that it's still
Well,
full.
now everybody knows it's there, Corey. Way to go, bro.
Yeah,
see?
Everybody thought you might have stepped your game up and put that laundry away, but no, it's just on the floor now, ladies.
Let's be honest. If you know me by now, you know that laundry's not fucking put away.
But anyways,
But that's it. Like, at the end of the day, if you really want something in life, I don't care what it is. Maybe you want that promotion at work. Maybe you want to go to the gym and get healthy. Maybe you want to start eating right. Maybe, I don't care what it is. Maybe you want to, start a fucking emu farm.
dude,
Do it. Fucking do it. Like,
should I
if COVID and 2020 has taught me anything this year, all right, it really is about the power of gratitude and having the mental perception of success at all times. Because when I'm constantly being grateful, you guys see it. Almost every time now I thank somebody in chat or I thank you on an Instagram post, I got the hands because I'm genuinely grateful for all this love and support people are giving. And with that attitude of gratefulness and a mindset that is so driven for success, we can't fail. Because now the thoughts we have in our head connected to that attitude of gratitude is going to make things happen. It is going to put the whole world in motion to make those things happen for you. And I'm telling you guys, stay tuned, because I got a rebrand in the process right now. And I'll just say this: if you look on my YouTube, there's no more e-liquid reviews. Things are going to change, and I'm going to share what I've learned as I learn it with everybody, because in this world, in this life, we are all teachers as well as students. So as I am a student, I will teach. So as I learn it, you can learn it with me. And like I said, my goal is that we can all grow together. I'll give you 100% of value. All I'm asking is for 20.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Sean. Fucking love it, man. Fucking love it, dude. But anyways, guys, we are running down to about the last 10 minutes of the show, but we do have that one segment that we've got to do, guys. We got to do it. We got to do it. We got to throw some songs up, man, onto this here Vaping with the Ohmies music playlist.
Oh yeah.
And I know I've got a couple songs ready for this week.
I've been ready for this for months.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start off this week.
Hold
with
on,
one
I
of
gotta
them.
fucking get it open.
Well, what are you doing, dude?
I was re-wicking, okay?
Well, what are you doing that at the end of the show for?
Oh.
Anyway, hurry up, Corey.
I got it.
All right.
Log in.
So for my song this week, I'm actually still in this. I was inspiration from this past weekend, hanging out with the Stew Crew. If anybody's hanging out with us this weekend, then you may have been hanging out when we had the Groovy Bot chilling with us on voice chat, and we were playing a bunch of random stuff. And shout outs to my man Uncle Chris, aka Overdrip, because he threw this gem out there, which I haven't heard in years. And as soon as I heard it, it just brought me back, man. It is 1 Week by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh man,
Dude, it came on, bro, and I was like, oh shit, son. Oh shit. Such a good one. So that's my first one for this week. And how about you, Sean? What are you gonna put on this week, man?
oh man, I'm gonna make somebody hate me for this one.
Uh-oh.
Somebody out in internet land, you're gonna hate me. I'm sorry. I love you. Twisted Bags. I'm going back to me, way old school. So that's Twisted, TWIZTID. The song is Bags with a Z. The album is Freak Show. And yeah, I know motherfuckers are like, yo, I don't like that insane clown posse juggalo stuff. But listen, you listen to this song about, some shed time, you might change your mind that some of those people in that realm actually have some talent. Trust me. Just give it a shot.
Hell yeah. All right, and Corey, what about yourself there, bud?
Let's see. Me and Duchess on Saturday had a little bit of a jam out session, late night jam out session, where we're just fucking playing metal with the Groovy Bot in Discord, and we kind of just had a good time with it. So I want to throw up a song I played up on there. Where is it? Actually, I'll just search it. Screw it. There we go. I'm gonna go with the song Garden of Shankara, I think it is. I don't even know. Sankara from Monuments.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is my next one. I totally forgot about this one, but
Boom.
This one's definitely going up. All right, so is it my turn again?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. All right, so my pick this week is another one inspired from this past weekend hanging out with the Stu Crew, and this is actually a song that I threw up in the music lounge while we were hanging out, and it's by the Beastie Boys, Paul Revere. One of my favorite jams from the Beastie Boys, man.
All right. You ready for the next one, Poonsauce?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this one, brand new album. I'm just getting, it just dropped a week or two ago, and I'm, doing my due diligence as a music fan. Been listening to it a lot. So this one's brand new to me, and I've been really hooked on it. This is Trevor Hall, and the song is called Great Rain Cloud. Or Great Storm Cloud. Storm Cloud. I think it's Great Storm Cloud. See, that's how new it is. I'm still trying to get all the names straight in my head. I got all the melodies still getting jammed up in there, and you're like, yeah, that's the one.
You got it, Corey?
Yep, got it.
Perfect.
All right, man. What's your last one for tonight?
My last one from tonight is, let's go off of, where's the album? There we are. I'm going to go, what the hell was the song again? Shit. I'm going to go with the song Atticus Luna by Reflections.
All right. And with that, for our chat pick this week, Sean, go for it, dude.
Oh, man. You guys got some...
There's some doozies out there.
Yeah, you got some pretty eclectic choices that you're throwing up out here, guys. Let's see. What do I see? Oh, man. That's tough, but I think I'm going to have to pick Lightbearers Protect Your Neck by Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang forever, bro. Wu-Tang forever.
Protect Your Neck.
Dude, put it in there, Corey. I want to watch you type it in there. Put it on there, God damn it. Shout out to Lightbearer.
Come on, dude. Do you know how amazing this is going to be if someone's listening to this in order? They're going to go from a goddamn folk
No, because whenever I
song
think
to
of
a
this
metal
song, I think
to
of
a
that Tom
hip-hop song.
Segura skit where one of his close friends blew 9 of the members of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, dude, that was a funny joke. But anyways,
hilarious.
guys, that's it for this week. We've got some great songs added to the playlist. We had a great conversation with my boy Sean, kind of getting a little background story about what things have been going on as far as his Instagram and everything else. Dude, I'm excited to see what happens with the YouTube channel. Not sure exactly what it's gonna be, but I'm excited to see what happens. And of course, definitely stay tuned for anything coming up with, of course, Sean and myself and the rest of the boys in the shed. and all that. So with that, we're going to go ahead and throw it around the table here. I'll go ahead and throw it over to my boy Sean as soon as he's finished taking his nice vape there. Inhaling that good shit, exhaling that bullshit. That's what he's doing there. So Sean,
Oh my God.
let him know where they can find you.
This is 2 shows in a row, literally days back to back, where I have to sign out, and I'm literally in the middle of a like unbelievably glorious vape.
Dude, it always happens like that, right?
Oh, it's one of those where like the knees start shaking. It's so good. Oh man. So yeah, thank you guys, of course, for enjoying another Monday night with me. I appreciate you guys for having me on, and of course, shout out to everybody who is hanging with us in the chat tonight. Do us all a favor. Tell your friends about Vaping with the Ohmies. You know how cool we are, but they don't. So let them know. Check out the Vaping with the Ohmies channel. You know what I'm saying?
Come check us out.
With that, I'm all over the place. ShedTimePodcast.com. You can get the links to all of my things, Instagram, my music, all of it. You can find me there. Like I said before, Instagram is Sean_SCFC. If you're looking for me there, the YouTube is coming back. Like I said, so stay tuned. We'll be announcing that on the Instagram as these things continue to happen. But yeah, big things are coming to that. And of course, again, ShedTimePodcast.com. 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 It's all you need. It's all you need. It's all you need. And I gotta say it like I always do. So don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is you do, keep making it fun.
All right. Poon sauce.
Okay, well, didn't know you could catch me here every Monday. Usually where I am. Of course, you could catch me every other Wednesday. So that means this Wednesday, I've got a What's the News with Logan. We have 2 very special guests joining us this week.
Ooh,
since we're going to be talking very deep into Australia, since they're going through some still difficult times and big things are in the works over there. So we're going to be joined by none other than Mr. Breeze Tones and Legion Vapes.
Oh, awesome.
Very good.
So keep an eye out for that. And always, you can find me on Instagram. Just type in Poo Sauce McNasty. You'll find me. Look me up on Untapped too. I want to get more friends on there. So if anybody uses Untapped, it's a nice little beer connoisseur social media kind of thing. It's pretty fun. I have a couple people that I follow on there. Like, I know Daily Vape TV is on there quite a bit. I know Mr. Bogan is on there a lot. So yeah.
Mike Michelson is on there too.
Yep.
Yeah. So
be like Mike Michelson and follow Poon Sauce.
Yeah. You
Good.
can catch me on there as well. But other than that, that's all I got. What about you, James?
All right. So, of course, I do want to shout out the Mixing It Up Boys going on tomorrow night. Make sure you guys go check them out over on KVTV. You got Mitch. You got Sifu. You got Overdrip. And, of course, you got my man KVTV himself, Clown. Go show some love for those guys doing the DIY mixing and such. You definitely see us over there in chats. I don't think there's Amigos and Co tonight, guys, but they will be back next week. So definitely make sure you guys go check them out next week, directly after this show over there on the Amigos and Co channel. Go show them some love, man, because those dudes are awesome. They always hang out and show us some support. So it only seems right that we go over there and do the same, guys. They do have a great show. Great dudes. Just check it out. And of course, as far as stuff goes for me, I'm going to try to do a live video for you guys sometime midweek this week. So keep an eye out for that. And then, of course, back on my channel every Friday for the Green Room with, of course, Sean Typhon, the Angry Hippie, Overdrip, and myself. And we'll see all of you lovely people out there in chat. And, of course, if you guys have not already, go over to SoundCloud and follow the Shed Time Podcast there on SoundCloud. Even if you don't listen there, just follow us, because that's how you're going to get entered into the amazing 500 follower giveaway that we're doing. It's got all kinds of cool stuff that's going to be thrown in this prize pack, guys. And I feel like there's going to be some new stuff added to this before we end up giving it away. So definitely go over there. Follow us on SoundCloud. There's a link literally on the Shed Time Podcast website that will take you straight to our SoundCloud. So go over there, check it out. You can check out all of our links. Shout outs to all of our amazing sponsors here on the Ohmies, Rescued E-Liquid, Breeze Tones, hashtag Steez Browns, and of course Exotic Leaf. You guys can go check them out. Breeze Tones coils available over on Local Vape, Lucid RDA, Steel Valley Vapors, Rising Phoenix Vapory. He's everywhere, guys, so you can go grab them up everywhere. Of course, you can go to Rescued E-Liquid, use the code Ohmies for 10% off of your order, as well as going over to Exotic Leaf and using the code Ohmies as well for another discount there. So shout outs to all of our sponsors for all the amazing discount codes that they give for you guys. And with all that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up as we always do and send out all those positive vibes, crisp high fives. And as always, let's just vape on, homies.